What up, guys? It's hot as fuck out. I'm in Brooklyn, New York. Jumbo. Behind me is the Brooklyn Bridge or the Manhattan Bridge. One of them. I'm sorry, I don't know. Alright, let's get into it. Today's video is going to be about how exactly I transformed / just changed my life from someone who, never was able to meet girls, had no girls in his life, playing video games all the time, pretty sad. I tried to use some dating apps. That shit actually didn't work for me. My pictures were all shit, they're all old, so etc. Sad story. Okay, so how I changed my life from that person to someone who's has a lot of matches now on these fucking dating apps, is able to go out and meet a lot of girls whenever he wants, hot girls, go on dates, take girls home, and basically just have more experience, more knowledge, and able to have a decent dating life now. So how did I transform? How did I change? Number one, I basically had to get over the fear of approaching. That was the number one thing that was holding me back, in my opinion. When I was first starting out, I was so scared to talk to any girl. I actually never did a cold approach. I could not do a cold approach to save my life. I needed help. One of my friends who was having results, he transformed himself from a nerd as well, who never got girls, to someone who's good with girls. I got his help. I was like, I need help approaching. I suck. I have no fucking girls. There's no motion. So yeah, he basically helped me out. He was like, all right, come to Miami, Fountain Blue. I got you. I'll help you out. If you've seen my channel, you probably know the story. She's in an orange dress. We're at Fountain Blue. It's a very nice luxurious hotel in Miami Beach, Florida. So yeah, he takes me in there. I'm intimidated as fuck. I've never been in a club sober, to be honest. I'm always hammered, blacked out. I need to be to socialize, or I needed to be essentially to talk to girls, because that shit's scary, and I needed to not have any senses basically to talk to girls. How sad is that? It's basically the truth, and it's actually the reality for a lot of guys, unfortunately. Anyway, so orange dress girl, tall ass girl in the corner. She's by herself on her phone. So he's like, that one. I'm like, fuck. All right, let's send it. So I go do my thing. I approach her. Hey, you're cute. I just had to say, I thought you were cute. Big smile on her face. She opens up, and she likes it a lot. And I still remember this, because yeah, it's my first cold approach ever. End up getting her number. We try to hang out. Doesn't really pan out. Anyway, that's my first approach. And then from that point on, I basically moved to Miami and did cold approach for 6 months. I just got a 6-month lease, South Beach, Miami, and I did cold approach every single day. I moved right next to this mall, Lincoln Road Mall in South Beach. One of the best day game spots in the fucking world. At least in the winter. In the summer, that shit is a fucking nightmare, to be honest. But yeah, so I basically did cold approach every single day, 6 months straight. At first, I obviously so scared to approach, couldn't even approach most of the time. I would go out, I would walk around for hours, literal hours. I would sit on benches, I would think about approaching. And yeah, I never could muster up the courage, unfortunately. It's my natural state is introversion, so yeah, my natural state is to just chill and definitely not approach random people in the park or random people anywhere at any point. My natural state is to not talk. That's typically what I want to do, is be alone, working, not talking to anyone. Anyway. Yeah, so first few months, just so hard to approach. Slowly though, after consistency of doing 3 approaches every single day, I start to lose the fear of approaching, and I'm able to go out in 30 minutes. Over time, I get faster and faster, and I go out 30 minutes, and I'm able to knock it out a lot quicker. Yeah, so that's basically what the first 3 months of my journey looked like. And then at the end of 3 months, I was quite good at actually getting myself to approach. However, I was not getting any results from it. I would never get dates, phone numbers. I would get an occasional phone number, but I would never follow up and go on a date or anything like that. And definitely not getting laid in my first 3 months. Yeah, so it is what it is. After that, I'm like, okay, I need to start getting laid. How do I do that? So basically we started getting numbers, and I'm like, I need to start going on dates, taking these girls, spending more time, because basically what I was doing, 60-second interaction and then running away, calling it a day, chickening out, cutting it short, whatever you want to call it. So after that, I make a decision just to have longer interactions. You're never going to get laid or get a girlfriend if you're spending 60 seconds with any girl. It just can't happen. So what you need to do, spend more time with the girls. Be in the interactions longer. Get them to different places. Pull them to coffee shops. Get food with them. Go on dates. And then pull. So that's what I started doing. So month 4, no success. Month 5, like I think I got laid like once or twice actually. And then next month I got laid like a lot, my final month. So yeah, that's basically my first 6 months progression. Then I basically took 2 weeks off of this whole thing. I moved back to my hometown after my like lease ended in Miami Beach. And I basically like degenerated a little bit for 2 weeks. I actually did not do any approaches. I talked to no girls. I hung out with friends and just kind of like chilled out basically. And basically when you are not growing, you are dying. So my game got definitely worse. When I left Miami, it was pretty tight. Like I had a good approach, a good game plan. I was very confident in my approach by the time I was leaving Miami. Yeah, I just had a lot of confidence. I knew like I had a good mindset. I knew like, yeah, I basically felt like really good about approaching a girl in Miami because I had been doing it consistently for 6 months straight. So that's just what happens when you do anything that long. Yeah, so I get to New York. I'm rusty as fuck. So I hit it hard. I do like 10 approaches a day actually for my first like 4 or 5 days here. And then I start to like slowly warm back up to the whole thing. I slowly start to get better and better. I start recognizing the same patterns that I was making, like the same mistakes that I was making back in Miami when I was first starting. I wasn't qualifying, evaluating. So I started slowly like getting better and better again. And then, yeah, that's where I am right now. I've been here like a week and a few days, almost 2 weeks, I think. But yeah, my game is almost back to normal. Yeah, it feels good to have it back to normal. I do need to work on like the last part. Closing, I would like to take girls out on more instant dates, I think. Pull girls to different locations. But yeah, my technical game is almost back to normal. Anyway, so that's just like my first like 6-7 months, I guess, in game. Yeah, I basically felt like very lonely, sad, scared of girls before. And yeah, it was that. I mean, girls are just like a major part of anyone's life. You need relationships in order to live a happy life. And I was not, I wasn't having that. I was just like playing video games. I was trying to, I think, mainly like distract myself from sort of the pain of literally not being able to relate to girls in any way. Yeah, so I know a lot of guys can probably relate to that. Like a big portion of guys probably don't have a lot of like socializing in their life or meeting girls in any way. So cold approach is, yeah, it's been a life changer for me. It's gotten me so much like reference experience, positive experiences with girls. I think the more positive experiences that you have as well, the more confident you're going to be, because you've been like, I've been here before. I've had girls like me before. I know like it's all good. If I've done it once, I can do it again. And yeah, so the way that you get confidence is through like having these experiences. It's not through meditating. It's not through reading a million books or having status. Guys who have status in their job, a lot of them still don't even know how to relate to girls in any way. They just have like a lot of money, and now they feel even worse about not being able to relate to girls because they're rich or like have a good job or income, and then they still don't know how to talk to girls or get girls in their lives, which so I would try to figure this out sooner rather than later if I were you, because it is like one of the major parts of life. You need to know how to talk to girls. You need to know how to relate in order to have a happy life and get a girlfriend, wife, family, all that stuff. So you can do it other ways, but a better way to do it and take more control of your life in order to have options and live the life that you want is through learning it the hard way. You have to learn it the hard way. There's no easy way around it, especially if you've grown up like less socially and like didn't have all like good friends or a lot of girlfriends growing up, and just around a lot of people and develop those skills sort of naturally. So yeah, consistency is going to matter more. Just go out and do your 3. For me, it takes 30 minutes. I can go out, I do my 3 approaches, I knock that shit out, I go home. Or, you know, some people can get it done on the way to like work, at the grocery store, whatnot. But yeah, so how I feel now, as opposed to before, a lot better. I feel, you know, I feel like a lot more relaxed. I have a lot more real confidence than when I first started, because I would fake confidence a lot. I would just be like, I would say like, I'm cool, I could get that girl if I wanted to. I could, you know, I know what I'm doing. Like, I feel like any guys, just like, I got this handled. To be honest, that was me for sure. I was like, I got this. Don't even stress. But like deep down, I was like, fuck. I'm like, this hurts. I'm in pain. I need to figure something out, or else I'll be sad forever. Sad a little bit forever. But yeah, I feel a lot more confident now. I love, you know, being able to go, and if I see a girl that I like, I can go up and I can approach. I know what to do. I know how to take her on a date. I know to have a positive experience with her. And yeah, it feels good because, like I said, it's a major part of your life. So if you are struggling with this, maybe you can relate to the story. But yeah, I would start out, I think I made a video about it before, but just start going on dates, start figuring shit out. If you want more help with this, there's like links in the description. I'll help coach you and stuff. But yeah, that's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed the nice view of, I hope this is I think it might be the Manhattan Bridge actually, but yeah, it's a nice spot. Anyway.